What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, I've been making some dietary changes as of recent, predominantly introducing beef again into my diet, in particular grass fed beef. And I have also reintroduced quite a bit of carbs into my diet, including potatoes, rice, oatmeal, and the list goes on. Now, I want to make this upload mainly for people that are on a caloric restriction or dietary restrictions, trying to maintain an aesthetic physique or lose weight like I've done in the past. And let me tell you something, I am never, ever not eating beef again or cutting down on my carb intake just to maintain a six pack abs. Holy, I mean, it's a night and day change in my strength levels, in my energy levels, in my clarity, in my mood. So let's get into it. First of all, grass fed beef. So, since I've started eating grass fed beef, I cannot eat the corn fed beef anymore. Corn fed beef just is just gross, okay? First of all, the animals aren't meant to eat corn or grains or soy or whatever it is they feed them, and just the amount of fat that comes out of it. Like if you cook, for example, a prime ribeye out of grass fed next to corn fed beef, you'll be like, the amount of fat that comes out of the corn fed beef is insane. Meanwhile, with the grass fed beef, you might get like 1 teaspoon, if any, of fat, versus with the corn fed beef, your whole skillet is gonna be like, basically, the steak is floating in its own fat. Like, that's how much fat will come out of it. So that's one thing to be cognizant of. Like, you can actually eat a lot of beef healthily. It's just you have to make sure it's grass fed beef versus corn fed, because the amount of fat is significantly different. Even the quality of the fat in grass fed is significantly better than corn fed. So, in terms of the grass fed beef, it does taste beefier, obviously, because of the grass it feeds on. I find some people, and that again depends on where the beef is pastured. Thankfully, where I am, the beef tastes beefy. But there is grass fed beef that, when you eat it, can taste gamey. And that's just more about the grass is eating, the kind of grass, and the geolocality versus the beef itself. Now, the thing I like about grass fed beef too is that it is much more nutritionally dense and has a better balance of omega 3 to 6s, that even when you eat a small amount of it, is much more filling and satiating versus corn fed beef. You literally eat less and you feel fuller. And that has to do with the higher nutritional profile, because the beef has been fed grass versus corn or soy. In terms of strength gains now, having introduced beef again to my diet, wow. Significantly stronger relative to a diet where I would have just eaten chicken or fish or tuna, or even lamb, believe it or not. The lifting power, the oomph I have, like that gas on the pedal kind of aggression with eating beef, is different from eating any other sort of meat. Okay. And that is like I get why guys associate eating beef with being masculine or manly, and then men being men kind of man the grill and oversee the grilled beef and any other thing else. Like, I get it. It's just, you got more power and aggression to you eating beef, definitely, compared to chicken or fish or anything else. And yeah, it's wow. It made a night and day difference. in my energy levels, in my strength, in my clarity and focus. So definitely loved introducing the beef again to my diet. And hey, does it come with more calories than chicken and fish and whatnot? Yes. Will I be as skinny as I was before? No. But you know what? I don't care. Give me my steak. Give me my steak. Okay? Next, reintroduces carb and straight up sugar. Okay? And let me tell you something. Holy wow. I I don't know where the whole thing about carbs creating brain fog came from because I remember it too. And don't get me wrong, I've experienced it. But when you go for a long time on a no to low carb diet, and then you introduce carbs again like rice, potatoes, and in my case, ice cream because I consider ice cream a food group. Wow. Like my energy levels are through the roof. I have more energy than know what to do with from being on a caloric restriction and just depriving myself of high energy foods for so long. Like just to maintain a six pack ab and like be healthy and live longer. And man, like the happiness, holy wow. Like my mood is significantly better. I have energy to carry a conversation and interact with people. Meanwhile, before I was just a zombie, like sure, a zombie with a six pack ab, but a zombie. I was irritable. I was in a bad mood. I wasn't sociable. Introduce carbs, and guess what? I'm sociable. Like, it's like you went from viewing life in black and white to seeing it in colors again. And yeah, dude, I missed eating carbs. I really did. Like, and here's the thing. Like, I'm not talking here about processed carbs because I tested going on processed carbs and it was shit. But I'm talking more like cleaner carbs. So really nice fresh organic potatoes, nice organic basmati rice. I tried pasta, not as good, believe it or not, in terms of the feels as like feeling good as rice and potatoes. But I tried sweet potatoes, organic sweet potatoes. I've tried getting carbs also from things like zucchini, asparagus, eggplant. Oh my God, like just my energy levels and clarity and mood boost from eating more vegetables and just having, those carbs. Now, there is one downside, however, I will say this. My pumps are back. So that's in the gym. And I'm already predisposed genetically to have a pump, even on very little amounts of carbs or sugar or whatever. So lifting heavy has become a challenge. So when I do heavy compound lifts, I actually don't like having a pump because it restricts my movement. But God, let me tell you something. The other lifts are just amazing. Like I am engorged with water retention and nutrients and glycogen. Like I feel alive, you guys. Holy. To think that for the last 5 years or more, I was on a dietary restriction to have an aesthetic physique is wild to me. I don't even know why I did it now that I think about it and missed out on eating all the good food. Just goes to show that sometimes you can have it really, really good. And because you don't know any better, you sabotage yourself. But yeah, beef and carbs. Get them back into your diet, you guys. Don't worry about cholesterol and all of that stuff. Like me, listen. You're gonna die anyways. You're not getting out of this alive. Might as well enjoy the ride. Okay? And yeah, it's been amazing. And I started eating a lot of ice cream again. As a matter of fact, I go to a local ice cream shop here. And because I show up so much up there, like at least once a day on a daily basis, they've decided to give me ice cream for free once a week. And I was like, wow, okay, this is nice. So, and we're not talking about they don't have a loyalty program. They're just like, you've been coming here now for weeks on end on a daily basis, at least once, some days, almost 3 times a day, you guys. And yeah, it's just their ice cream is so good. They use all natural ingredients, organic, cane sugar, cream, like none of the synthetic artificial stuff. And it's just so good. I feel so good eating ice cream. Like, it's just wow. God, man, like the things we have to do, the choice between being thin and fit and being happy. Like, you can be dietary happy but miserable in the way you look, or you can look good but be mentally unhappy because you're not satisfying your dopamine, serotonin receptors, and just your overall biology. And it's just the other thing is, once I've made these dietary changes now, it's just like I'm more optimistic. Like, my outlook on life is just brighter. Everything is going to be good. Everything is great. The future is amazing. And it really made me realize how much your diet affects your outlook on life. And it made me think a bit about how, food and good, nutritious food should be a basic human right. And I'll tell you why. If food has that much of an impact on your outlook and view on life, and you are struggling with, let's say, poverty, nutritional limitations, or you can't eat regularly, it really does affect your ability to think clearly, think optimistically, and it also affects your energy output and motivation. So if you don't have those, you are literally stuck in this loop of poverty, and you can't work your way out of it nor think your way out of it, because mentally you're so bogged down and impacted. And really, things like healthcare and food need to be basic human needs that you don't need to pay for, that everybody has access to. Because I elect to be in good shape, to put myself through a restriction, but holy, like, coming back on, like, I can totally see how people that are disadvantaged to eat good, healthy, quality food get stuck in bad habits and get stuck in a rut and get stuck in not being able to improve their situation. Food plays a very big impact into your ability to thrive in life. And if you're limited in your intake, or you are not having consistent good nutrition, you really can't think beyond that, and you'll struggle and suffer. You'll go in circles. And it's just an insight that I got having introduced those two items back again into my diet, and it makes me extremely grateful. Like, extremely grateful to be able to actually eat what I want when I want. And I'll never take it for granted again. Like, and it also puts into context why our biological urges, instincts, and triggers and needs are wired the way they are. Man, food is good. Like, just enjoy it while you're here, and enjoy it while it lasts. And do it in moderation, right? Like, you don't have to pick it out and just ruin everything for yourself, including your health. Play the long game. But yeah, just thought to share this with you guys out there. And obviously, as a consequence, my weight has went up significantly, eating just carbs and steaks. But hey, it is summer. I want to enjoy myself. I'm actually up about 15 pounds. And I'm almost certain half of them are water, Because on days where I don't, like if I go 2 or 3 days without eating carbs or red meat, yeah, let's say 3 days, I'll lose a good 7 pounds. So a lot of it is even water retention, okay? But yeah, that's my experience with reintroducing grass-fed beef and carbs back again into my diet. Stronger, better mood, more energy, more optimistic. And you guys should do the same. Stop with your dieting. Stop with your self-restriction and self-torture, and enjoy life. Okay? Life is good. Food is good. Enjoy it. Right, you guys, with that said, I'm going to wrap it up here as per usual. Very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.